Well, I really don't want to do an episode about love and relationships because it's like a snore fest to me, but my single friends seem to want to talk about it.
So how's your dating life, darling?
Oh, please, I'm over it. I'm so over it. It's unbelievable.
So what happened to the last loser guy you were with? And
Well, I'm on losers.com.
You're on
I told you that.
losers.com.
I'm on losers.com.
We should buy that domain.
The last one, I said, we've been emailing backwards and forwards about 2 or 3 months. And he seems really nice and he's like a gentleman. And anyway, so last week I said, well, let's just exchange phone numbers and we can get to know each other better then. Well, he said, I'm going to have to call you from a public call box because, right,
There's still public
or
call boxes?
in my language is a telephone box, because I was in the laundromat and I lost my phone in the laundromat.
In the laundromat.
I dropped it in the bloody washer, right?
Oh my God.
But I emailed him back and I said, number one, I can't imagine anybody that can't afford a new phone. And number two, in 2015, who the hell washes their clothes in a laundromat?
Right?
At 3, you should have put, do you live with your mother and do you have a car?
Does.
What is it with you?
Oh,
These guys that live with their mother.
They're all mommy's boys. I can't
It's
stand
not
it.
that they're mommy's boys. I think it's that they don't have jobs. Do you remember the one that came, he drove his mother, he couldn't come and meet you because his mother was using her car?
He said, can I
went
meet you
missing
for a
in the
date
desert.
on a bus? And I said, well, sure, where would you want to be? So I said, well, what about, I don't know what I said, the Orleans, and he said,
It's not on the bus route.
Permanent makeup always is this bad?
As long as it's classy, I'll do it.
Grab the wine, we're going to bloody need it.
Because you're lighter, but you're dark. You're black, but you're lighter.
What about if you spoke Chinese?
Shouldn't be playing with guns when you're drinking, but
Fully loaded.
When you're around a bunch of white people that don't understand the latest slang,
So let's do it.
But is that funny or not? Well, it's going to be about people trying to make a reality show. So it's not all staged, but just some really fun group of people.
Dating in Las Vegas, where the hell do you begin? There are a million stories. Me and some of my closest friends, we actually want to write a book on this because it's just so insane.
So, Tommy, tell me, how's your love life doing?
What else you want to talk about?
Inquiring minds.
No, it sucks. I met this girl, I liked her. She's kind of cool, she's a lot like me, which is kind of scary, but it's good in a way.
Like you in what way?
Weird. A little off center, which is kind of cool. Because I never met one of me before. She kept going, what can we do today? Like, Botox-wise. And I started to catch on to it. If there was no treatment being done, there was no phone call. You don't want to be used. You don't
The
want to
only
take
way you
advantage
want
of.
to be used in this life is through your body. They want to use your body, it's a different deal, right?
I just think Carol chooses, to live the way she lives right now. I don't think she needs a man to make her happy.
I don't need a man. I would like a man to snuggle with at night time or to go out for dinner, and yeah, I miss that. I miss companionship.
And if she wanted a man, she would just go out the door and, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'd have that one over there, that little piece of chicken over there. That'd be lovely tonight. That's quite tasty.
But do you want one living in your house?
Hell no. I would like a man,
Are
but
you
just...
flusing out? You're not shagging people, are you?
Where do you get that terrible word from? And would I tell you if I
know,
was?
but
It's got nothing to do with
No, but
you.
you say people stay over. No one's going to stay over, are they? Unless, like...
Yeah, you can snuggle with someone. Don't you snuggle with Billy most nights, but you don't shag him, right?
Yeah, but I've been with him 10 years.
What
It's no
does it
different.
matter? No, it's not different. If you don't want it, you don't want it.
I think we could say
Which is kind of
I have
rude,
the
really.
same problem.
I'd love to see Nikki find someone to love, but she's been on her own for 10 years since her husband died, and she's not really open to dating.
I've had lots of dates.
Oh,
Mario.
remind me.
I've had my
Oh, the
Indian, I've had the guy
That was
from
not a date.
I've
that
had
was
lots
a
of
booty call. Nikki is the most amazing woman you'd ever meet, and she'd be a great wife for somebody. But she can barely get past the first date because she's so damn opinionated.
So my guy from Colorado, like Mom, we're on the email,
Okay.
everything's great, his picture's beautiful, he's affluent, So we start to talk, everything's great. So he tells me he's gonna fly in from Denver, Colorado, and he's gonna take me to Charlie Palmer's for dinner. So it's a Saturday night, so I have the dress I'm gonna wear, and I end up spending a shitload of money on a pair of shoes that I've got no business spending a shitload. You know, I ain't Anna, okay? So I go out that Saturday night, drive up to the Four Seasons, and I walk into the bar, and I see him as I'm walking in, and he's about 50 pounds more, and he's a big fat man. Right. He's a big fat man.
I love fat men.
I know, but
I
I'm
love
you.
fat men.
Me,
Oh,
I
you
call
call him
mother.
fat. Oh, you should have called me and come down.
But the deal is, he looks nothing like his picture. So I go ahead and we now sit down at the table, and all of a sudden I'm rubbing these shoes on the carpet. And I'm thinking, you stupid bitch. Okay? And I can't take them back because I'm wearing them. No buyer's remorse here. And so I look up and I said, let me ask you something. I said, are you happy with the way I look? And he went, yeah, you look wonderful. I said, I look like my picture, don't I? And he said,
profile.
Yeah. And he said, yes. I said, well, you don't. and he looks at me like he's stunned. And I said, let me ask you something. I said, when you were on the dating site and you're looking at women you want to contact, I said, what attracted you? And he looks at me like I'm a dumbass, right? And I said, my picture, right? And he said, yeah. I said, I could have been a nuclear scientist. I could have been a bimbo. Didn't matter. It was the picture, right? And he said, yeah. I said, then why is it any different from me? For me. And he's like, look at his mouth is open. And I said, why did you post that picture? And he said it was a good one. I went, fucking obviously.
From 20 years ago.
From 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I look up, I stand up and I said, I gotta go. Okay?
Never even had dinner
And
with him.
no.
Oh my
And
God.
he's like, Mom, you got.
You're so
I said,
hardcore,
I'm
though.
going.
You're so hardcore. It's hard for you ever to get past the first date.
She's dated a guy that was very intellectual, and she loves that because she's very smart. She wanted someone to expand her brain rather than her legs, But but he was younger, so hey, it's a cougar, right?
But it's not my bag. Because you're painting me as a cougar, and I'm not.
No, that
I
was a
wanna be a
one-time
cougar.
That
A
was
one-time cougar.
A one-time
I
cougar.
want to be
recommend-
a cougar. Anybody out there, 50 plus, I want to be a cougar.
I recommend
I want
one-time
to be a cougar.
cougar.
I want to be a cougar.
So, I'm kind of at my end. Like, what, as a woman, what do you think I should do?
Oh, Tommy, he has trouble dating because he's so picky.
I'm a single guy. I can cook. I can decorate a house. One of the best guy injectors, Botox injectors in town. I mean, what more do you want?
Well, how are you finding these women to start with?
Friends will call, hey, I have a nice girl for you. I'm like, what does she look like?
That is just so shallow. They could look beautiful but have nothing up here.
I know, no,
Or in here.
What I'm saying, the looks are almost secondary at this point.
What's primary then? Because they're a nice girl, so what goes over that?
The connection.
They need to make a woman for him. I think we need to call Mattel.
But I go out with this girl, and I meet her at a bar, and we're getting along great, and then 2 minutes later, the other guy who she invites shows up, and I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Well, have you ever tried saying to her, let's meet at Burger King?
That's part of my questionnaire.
If she said yes, then you obviously wouldn't meet her there, but you'd think, my God, this is a nice woman.
Yeah, exactly.
But what is your criteria for a woman? I mean, I'd say Burger King, but I mean, you and I wouldn't. But if you turned up for a date and I was there, you'd freak out.
I would love to see my mom in love with someone.
I had the love of my life and I lost it. So now I'm just finding it really hard to move on.
You're a survivor. We're survivors, Mom. How do you think we got to
Well,
this
I've
country?
survived, but I want a man that can fix things. I don't want a man that lives in an apartment, he has to push his car to start it. He's got no job and he lives with mummy.
You don't want to shag anyway.
It would be nice.
The thought of it,
It's been 7 years since I shagged.
the thought of it's nice, but the action's not.
7 years, no.
So you don't want to do the act.
No.
Why not?
No way. Well, I'm not into that anyway. I'm only into oral,
But what's the difference?
Well, between oral and shagging, I mean, how old are you, baby?
No, but I mean, I know what the difference is, but I mean, what is wrong with shagging?
I don't like, it's a waste pipe. I don't want a waste pipe stuck inside me.
Oh my God, my mom wants to talk about sex all the time. She doesn't even do sex or have sex, but she always wants to talk about sex. It's quite embarrassing to me. I'm like, Mom, really? Dear, oh dear. So you want a boyfriend that can hold his own, but you don't want to shag him?
No, I don't.
If he wants to shag
if
you?
I liked him, it might be different, but I haven't liked any of them. Just give me head and that's fine. You can go home now.
So how long were you dating him before you married him?
Your dad?
Yeah. My dad is an artist.
He's a piss artist.
Not a piss artist, but a real artist.
Oh, we were going for a while, 9-10 months.
Not a while, it was 9 or 10 months.
Well, yeah, but then all of a sudden I didn't have a period. So I had to marry the asshole, you know?
Mum and Dad, oh my God, no. Security! They're not getting along ever. Never have, never will.
But he's a very nice guy and I'll be very nice to him when he comes.
Oh my God, my mum and dad are getting back together after
I don't
20,
think so. Your nan used to say
42 years of being separated, they're getting back together. Can you imagine?
that. No.
I've never known my mum and dad being together.
Well,
I just got him a ticket today. You guys can get married again. How excited!
you're tripping.
Come on, Mom, lighten up. Dad's a nice guy, and he can paint you a black stallion. What little girl doesn't want their mum and dad back together? You still have good sex after 18 years?
Yeah, 20
Really?
after 20 plus years. Yeah,
20 plus years, still good sex.
we still
Or is it just the same
Passionate.
sex?
No, it's always good.
Yeah?
I don't have to fake an orgasm.
You have to realize where Anna's coming from. Anna doesn't get out much, and there's a reason for that.
Dear, oh
Do
dear.
you know I had to watch a gay sex porn movie to know how to do a good blowjob?
Really?
Yes.
She's like a child.
Gays, they say, do the best blowjob
Blowjob? Seriously? Are we talking about that?
because they know what it is that's titillating and tantalizing when it comes to the pee-pee,
Right.
the wilzer, right?
I would put a big piece of tape over her mouth because you never know what she's going to say.
So I thought, well, how do I make it really good for Bob? No, I mean, being serious, all jokes aside, my hand on my heart on my mother's eyes. I said, oh my God, I'm going to have to watch gay porn because my best friend, Mark, he said to me, Anna, if you really want to know how to blow Bob, you gotta watch gay porn. 'Cause he wasn't going to show me and
You
with
would
all the
know how to
guys.
blow Bob.
And I even said to him, I swear to you, I'll give any of you $100 or more if you show me how to do it. Like, just let me see it. Lonely, like lost in Las Vegas.
So do you do online dating, Tommy?
Yeah, I've been for a long time.
What site is that? Is it the same one as I'm on? I'm on losers.com.
Apparently I am on that one.
How many dates have you had from that?
I don't go out on dates a lot.
If there were women in the bed, he would sleep on the floor because it's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. He is so high maintenance that I think he compares every woman to himself.
This girl she goes, oh, I think we should meet. So I'm like, all right. And she's kind of cute.
Should what?
She wanted to meet.
Is that what you just said just now?
Yeah.
Was that in Russian?
No, well, she goes, wait, where do you want to go? And we talked about where, and then it gets turned to, I just want to go to your house.
Oh, she wants to get laid.
Then she goes, just make sure you have a condom.
There you go,
I'm like,
losers.com.
I've never met her. And she goes, never mind, I'll bring my own.
What about a dominatrix? Didn't you tell me that you once got in touch with a dominatrix, or she got in touch with you? Didn't she want to whip your ass?
No, that was a girl that wanted me to beat her up in the shower. I'm talking to her and we're like talking and she goes, pfft, she just smacks me one to try to incite me to hit her back. And I'm like, I don't hit women. She's like pushing. And I'm like, knock it off already. But her whole deal was she wanted to be beat up in the shower.
Oh,
that was her deal.
God, what a sick puppy.
And I wasn't going to do it, so I called my friend Paul. He was totally willing to do it. I think he married her.
I dated, but I dated serial daters, crazy people that always wanted to hurt me.
Yippee! Hey! came back to Vegas for some additional filming. Woohoo! Happy days. I thought I should have had one at 20.
Well,
45 years
then you need
before
to
I
be
had
putting
Rolex.
out more.
Need to be going out more.
Putting out more, she said.
Putting out more.
Need to
I
be
guess-
giving more rimmers,
Nobody
love.
would buy that. You only get that if you're dating them, or it's a.
It's like, that's me when I
You
go
don't
shopping.
get that from your husband.
No, I have to go into the
got
stores and I
this from my
buy, and I
husband.
let them write
Yourself.
out the gift card to Anna. I love you so much, always and forever, Bob. It's me buying them from him to me. And
You
they're-
wrote the card
Well,
and sent
I have
gifts?
this. I have the salesperson write because what am I going to
that's
do on
so
Christmas
fucking
Day?
funny. If you're unhappy and miserable in your relationship, I really think that you should move on and find somebody else, no matter how old you are.
What
would
surprise
love a
I get
surprise
is,
like that.
look what you spent on the Amex. What did you do? And I'm like, honey, it's all groceries.
Groceries?
Yeah. What do you mean? And me being a pair of socks at Target for you, sweet cheeks.
Just be happy. Even if you're alone, you just got to be happy and find love within yourself. You know, it sounds so cliche again. It's like.
I have a man now who's making all my dreams. I mean, I'm like everything's just manifesting, and sometimes I'm like scared that it's just gonna go away because everything's happening.
And you didn't even meet him on farmers.com. You don't have to be lonely on farmersonly.com. Yeah.
No, it's real. It's real. It's real.
Have you ever
Let's go to
been
the
near
club
to
tonight.
marriage?
Yeah.
And what happened?
She freaked out on me. We were engaged. And
You actually bought a ring?
yeah,
How much did you pay for it?
a lot.
Really?
I made it myself. I customized
Oh, I
it.
was going to say, I
Yeah,
know
I
you're
had
cheap,
a
so
friend
I
of
know that you
mine-
wouldn't have bought
A
it.
friend of mine did it on 47th Street, Manhattan. Wait, what'd you say? She gets a phone call from her ex-ex-ex. Ever since she left, I've never been the same. Boom, blows his head off.
Oh
She
my
leaves
God.
for the weekend, comes back, never saw the person I was engaged to again. She came back a different person, and then just split. Just separated.
Really?
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough to deal with. But that was a connection. That was a heavy, heavy connection. That's what's rare, to find that that chemistry.
But dating, I think I would have liked to have had more experience in the dating world. But having said that, I'm happy where I am.
I'll get some more wine. People always want excitement in their life, and so you can't be bouncing from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next to try and get excitement, because where are you going to end up? Probably alone, which, as long as you've got good friends, what's wrong with that? Look at her shit girl. What do you call it? A shit.
Cowboy hat?
Okay.
What would you guys diagnose each other as?
Control
Yeah.
issues.
Capricorn, Jupiter and Sag.
Well, Anita and I have been friends for like 20 plus years, and we spent our 20s together, so we have a lot of fun and secrets.
No, and this girl,
Lovely thing.
I was in the hospital for
So much.
a few weeks. And this girl was there every single day. My hands, my IVs infiltrated so much that my hands and my arms were swollen like sausages. I couldn't use my hands. She did my makeup, she did my hair, she brought me food.
A good friend to me is somebody that doesn't judge you or criticize you for what you do or how you are.
I hadn't eaten in 12 days and I'm like, please bring me a Big Mac and Taco Bell, all kinds of junk food, and she did, and like I'm sitting there scarfing it, she's just watching me, and I'm like, it's okay, and then all of a sudden I just start projectile vomiting. I'm like, it's okay, it was worth it.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't like
And I'm
it.
washing her hair off and she just threw up everything because she's got a boyfriend that she's seeing coming over to the hospital to see her. Her hands are like gloves that you blew up, you know what I mean?
awful.
So ice in her hands, washing her hair. I'm like,
She
oh
did my
fuck.
makeup. I'm like, oh yeah, I always look like this when I'm in the hospital.
Yeah.
That's a good friend. That's a good friend.
Just accept them for who they are. Don't try and change them to be something different. If you don't like who they are as who they are, go find another friend.
We are good friends. Right, baby? I love you.
She's like my sister.
Mwah. Cheers. Cheers, darling.
Cheers, beautiful
Cheers.
girl over
Cheers,
there.
baby.
Beautiful girl with your hair in the air.
Your head in the air.
It was a good day overall.
I look down and I see life when I see your text. And no matter what I want to see from it, hear from it, like feel from it, it's a big deal. No, but I mean, like honestly, like
What do you
no, but I
Wayne
can,
said it's a matter of time because she'll do it.
Ah!
And you don't have to tip her.
No, she's not my text, not my tits.
Adria was recently going through a really hard time, so every day I would check in on her and see how she's doing. And apparently I saved her life, which is crazy to me, but you know, whatever I can do to support my friends, I'm there. I'm the best friend someone could have.
And the one thing that I know about Martine is that, you know, I can look
You
down.
shut up now.
I
Listen.
can do. God, you know, fuck that.
You're right.
Continue.
No, I'm not gonna continue.
You should continue because you're the same way as
Either
I am
show
when
us
it
your
comes to her.
tits or continue.
No, it's
I'm
not.
not.
She knows.
No,
she
it's
knows what I'm
about
talking about
tits
when I
and
said to
showing
her
fucking
earlier.
tits.
What did I say to you earlier?
I guess I have like a motherly way about me with some of my friends, even though I don't have kids, you know.
Alright, so she was gonna say something, so can you all shut the fuck up for a minute?
Well, you need to stop talking because she hasn't finished.
It wasn't me, it was you and her.
I didn't say nothing.
right
She
now.
said tits. I
Bullshit,
said
she was
nothing.
trying
You
to
need
say
to-
something,
Don't
you
pick it
started
on me.
interrupting, so
No,
you.
she said tits, and I said no. She's talking about text. So
She's
you
not
need to
talking
shut
about your
up.
tits or your tits.
She was talking about
her
her
tits.
tits. You need to shut up. You don't know what you're talking
Me?
about. Yeah.
Y'all be like
I know. it's
having shit over nothing.
Is that your professional opinion?
She's like,
Honey, I seriously just gonna kick your ass.
Adria, what do gay horses eat? Hey!
Yeah, we were all like flipping. We like flipped that bitch, you know. It was good.
That is so Snoop Dogg. That is so Snoop Dogg,
she's
darling.
We are everything but sweetest song that I can sing,
Oh,
oh baby.
I get beaten
I
every
wouldn't
day.
love her, We were on the Raz for quite a long time after that.
Fuck. You know, it's a one night fucking stand. Like, you get the fuck out. And I wanted the, you know, that's just how I rolled in my 20s.
Yeah.
That's how I rolled.
And that's just what they'll do. Cause one of these days these boots are gonna trip all over you.